Hello, students. I hope everybody's doing well. We've had a cold spell there, but now things seem to be warming up gradually. We're pretty soon, March will be here and we'll be, able to start considering spring. So I hope your semester's going well and you're able to manage things okay. Sometimes it can get confusing. We have some obstacles to overcome, but all in all, things have a way of working themselves out. So I don't know, my lighting isn't so good in here. I apologize for that. It's like a little fuzzy. This is my third try. I don't know. So we're just going to go with it. I'll be sharing the screen anyway. I'm going to go over the memo assignment. And as you know, in the announcement, if you haven't had a chance to look at it, I just discussed a few rubrics that I've added to the assignments, and this happens to be one. So I thought I'd just quickly go over it with you. Let me just share the screen here. It should just be right here. Okay, so the memo assignment is where you will be, you're going to pretend you're the general manager at Hamilton Foods, hypothetically speaking, a local grocery store, and you received a letter of complaint from Mrs. Crabtree. It's also in the video here if you want to watch the video. It's all the details are explained in there as well. So, but I'll just go do a quick overview of it. So what you'll do is write a one-page memo to all the store employees, informing them about the complaint and how the customer service will be improved. So it's really just, you'll give them just a summary of the background information without using any names. And then the action that's to be taken, which would be some policy changes based on this particular incident. So as you know, when you're working with, when you're working with your employees, coworkers, what have you, working alongside your supervisors, you always want to keep things positive. So, in terms of incidents occurring, we can't avoid those, but what we can control is how we come across to others and the language that we choose to use, whether it's negative and boorish sounding or whether it's positively framed. And I'm convinced that we can always add a positive flavor to just about anything. So, and the outcome is much better as well. So here, again, you can watch the video too, but I'll just quickly go over the rubric just so you have an idea of what you would be graded on and what I'm looking for. Obviously, so proper formatting, the title, date, to and from the subject. So you just want to take a quick look to see how, it's pretty straightforward. Just want to make sure you have the all these particulars in place and that, it's neatly done and centered the right way for the heading. And then you're going to be using concise writing, of course, short statements, clearly stated with a particular attention to audience, word choice, and economizing or brevity. So remember when you write, especially a memo, that this is going out to, quite a few people, different departments even. So you want to make sure that in the course of a day, you know how much you have to read and go through. And if you have a busy schedule, it's just much easier to read something that's clearly stated and to the point right away, with particular word choice, but not overdoing it either, so that the person needs to look up every other word to know what you're talking about. That's not necessary either. So that's we're continuing with our concise writing, which is an emphasis. There's an emphasis on concise writing, as you know, throughout the course. And then you're looking at, the next item would be purpose and relevancy. So part one of the memo, what you're pretty much doing is clearly defining the purpose of the memo, why you're writing it, just a little bit of a background information. Again, leaving out any personal names. And then the next, which we'd call part 2 of the memo, what you'll be doing is defining the action to be taken with regards to broad policy changes coinciding with the details of the complaint. So that's what you'll be doing in the second part. It's going to be all action and what needs to be changed. Keeping in mind that you don't want to overdo it, and you want, the punishment should fit the crime kind of thing, so that it shouldn't be overboard, and it should be brief and organized and easy to read. So with policy changes, you could use bullets, or that probably works best, or if you wanted to use numbers, you could do that as well. And starting with the first most important item. And then for a closing, you're going to sum up the memo with a positive statement with reinforcing the rationale for the policy changes. Okay. So for style, again, throughout there should be more positive language versus negative. You don't want to sound too bossy. You're going to use an active voice and try to avoid the negative. So I gave you an example here, a quick example. So for negative, you might be, inclined to write, no phones should be used during customer interactions. But a more positive way to say it could be, phones will be used only during break time or in the event of an emergency. So you see the difference there. I don't know why I have a parenthesis. I'll have to take that out. And then for grammar and punctuation, obviously, when you're sending a memo out, it's going to be read by, a number of people. You want to make sure that it's polished. There's no punctuation issues or grammar. We're not perfect, I realize, but it should be reasonably free of spelling and grammatical errors with anything you write. So that's that. So I guess I would say that you can, before you start writing it, you can review the rubric, and then you can email me if you have any questions at all. You can also look at the YouTube that's here, the model that's given to you, and the YouTube. This goes over the specifics of what to do in the memo and how to organize it. Pretty much reiterating everything that I've just gone over with you, and that's in the rubric as well. I think I can stop sharing. That was quick. All right, so I guess that's about it. I don't have much else to say. I hope everything's going well and you're staying healthy and finding some time to just relax, have a few laughs, and that's it. So until next time, take care. Bye.